give me a dab, Matt Dab in chat if you can fucking hear my voice. Dana gave me a thumbs up. I think we're good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an Eldritch twist, but not this week. This week, everything changes. I am still your GM, Matt, and I am so pleased to be telling this story with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players: Bun, Haley, Danny, and Mark. We are not doing the change words. The Pebblecule is not in the spotlight this week. We are going to be doing a Grima's Fist little mini arc, courtesy of our patrons over on Patreon. You voted, and we're doing it. Because democracy matters. Gosh darn it. We're gonna play a little arc of Grimma's Fist. If you are not already familiar, before we get to the recap, a tiny little like mini teaser recap. Grimma's Fist is the name of a mercenary group hired by Grimma Banesalt. If you've been paying attention to the Tales Does Tales main arc with Pebblecule, that was the Duragar that they met in the Forge of Fury, and who then had a little meeting with Papa, and we got to see Papa's mask come off with Winveer in attendance. All kinds of stuff has happened. Yes, it's been very exciting. And yeah, so that's who Grimma is. Grimma has hired a bunch of people to go and just do odd jobs that may or may not be plot relevant. They're definitely plot relevant because it's me and I love multiverses and crossovers, so they're all plot relevant. Everything's connected.
Yeah. Of course they are.
And before we get further into the story, before any true recapitude happens, go check out our sponsors. I'm gonna post some chats. I'm gonna post some links in chat. Papow! I have button presses for this now. This is incredible. I do have a
I was gonna say, you pressed a button because normally you always write the like sponsor.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't work, and it's like, ha!
Yeah.
Sponer.
Sponer. My button does actually use the Sponer command, because I will always, that is the greatest typo in the history of typos. Except maybe the wizard, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Sponsors. We have our usual sponsors, and their links are in chat. However, I want to highlight, you'll notice that we only got one logo going on right now. Nimble TTRPG is a fast and tactical TTRPG. It is a TTRPG from the ground up. It is its own game. However, one of its coolest features, in my opinion, as someone who loves like homebrewing and tinkering and meddling, is that it is compatible with D&D 5e, meaning you could play Nimble 5e. It is literally a single page, little conversion walkthrough of how to run this system. For 5th edition, either you can use a monster stat block against Nimble made character sheets, or you can use D&D 5th edition player characters against Nimble monsters, or mix and match however you want. You could run both sides of 5e with like the systeming of Nimble. And so that is what we're going to be doing for the entirety of this Grimma's Fist arc, in support of the amazing folks at Nimble who are supporting us. So go support them. Go click that link. It goes to their backer kit. You can back it right now. Follow the campaign. Just go ahead and back it. It's dope. They've got really cool monsters. I will say, I did not plan it, but they made the perfect monster for today's episode. And
no,
it functions on multiple levels. It's perfect for many reasons, and you'll understand more when we get there.
You don't like it already.
Suspicious.
Suspicious. If you just one more,
I'm highly concerned.
one more little friendly like quip about doobity-doo Nimble before we dive in. I'll be like saying more about the system as we go, and like doing the like, this is how it works. But just real quick off the top, if you are a GM that's maybe like a little frantic and like wants like low prep or like easy to prep stuff, I have never seen simpler stat blocks that can be run. Like the stat blocks for Nimble are extremely easy to use and are just ready to use in a 5th edition context. So like kudos to that design feature. It is the anti-Thaco. It's the anti-Thaco. Also, like you'll see why, but strength is now a really good defensive stat, and you'll understand that when we get to the part that it matters.
My 7 strength.
Reminder to the players in chat.
That's why you have Rift.
Yes, reminder to the players that there is a big old block of like rules text. I'm gonna reply to it and link it back in the Tales to Tales server.
I just need to pin it. Just pin it.
I'll pin it. Sure, pin it. I'll put it on my Pinterest.
Yeah. Oh Lord, that made me feel old.
The thing is the big block of text.
Yeah, the giant
I
block of text.
was like trying to find a little link. I was like, la 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 la.
Nope, giant block of text, and then like 2 messages down is all of your armor values for when we get to that part. But I have coaxed the girdle, belabored the cow too long. We are. I forgot a half of the metaphors that I wanted to use.
Okay.
Does anybody wanna say anything before we dive in? Any last minute little quips, little queries, conundrums? Just more air
Are we
horn,
going to be
perfect.
having session next week?
There will. Thank you, Bun. You are such an angel. Thank you for reminding me. I'm so frantic. I've forgotten we exist in the context. We are not coconuts. We exist in the context of the Twitch schedule that we have. Next week, there will be no Monday stream. Because I don't know if you're aware, this week is Gen Con. And it's a crazy time. There's not going to be a Vengalia. I believe there is going to be a Total Party Chaos tonight. So after this game, go and get yourself a drink, take a shower, you dirty boy, and then come back and watch Total Party Chaos for even more chaos and even more Haley. Hashtag save Haley.
Haley in a cage.
Yeah, that clip went up, and I'm so glad.
I
that
saw.
People are liking it. I don't sleep. Billy keeps me in a cage with caffeine.
Little hamster drip.
Little hamster drip of caffeine. So make sure to stick around. Wednesday, there's not going to be a Vengalia, but Tech Goblins notwithstanding, there will be a live from Indianapolis Vengalia stream on Sunday night. After we're completely exhausted from 4 days of gaming, we will be coming to you live, and it's gonna be a fun time. And I've been working on the overlays because we're gonna be like, not to invoke the Great Thursday name, but if you remember like classic OG Geek and Sundry Critical Role where they had the cross cameras for like the folding tables, we're gonna kind of be set up like that, I imagine. So it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Thank you, Bun, for the reminder. So no stream next Monday. The week, I believe next Wednesday, we are going to try and bust out a Vengalia stream. It really depends on like schedules and moving around and stuff. The week after that, we should all be back on. So there's going to be like next week off / questionable. Week after that, ready to continue rocking and rolling and being nimble. And I think that's it. I think that's everything we need for announcements, other than trigger warning, content warning. We play the spookies over here. It's all nasty and grimy and wibbly and wobbly, and I will make you regret food of all kinds, be it soup or flank steak. I'm coming after your sensory awareness. So just if that is not your bag, go check us out over on YouTube, where we got VODs of all kinds of crazy awesomeness over there. Or just tune in a couple hours for Total Party Chaos. I keep forgetting that we have so many streams, so much content. And if you need more,
Content warning. Gay panic.
Gay panic. Yes. Also, speaking of content, go check out our Patreon. Links in chat. It's a fun place where you get to vote on what's happening with our streams, including the fact that we're playing Grimma's Fist right now. And I'm done. I'm done with announcements. It's time to play Grimma's Fist. So let us remind ourselves of what happened when last we told our tale over a year ago.
Wow.
Grimma Banesalt, Duragar warlord with sights set on Deicide, had sent the mercenaries Rift, played by Haley, and Reaper, played by Danny, off to Wakawa, one of the gateway cities of Kakuset, the land of floating isles. This region is somewhat puppeteered by a legion of demons known as the Noroi. they were tasked with just checking in on one of Grimma's little like informants. And in so doing, we're pointed in the direction of one of those classic starter quests that just has no one's bothered to finish. A bunch of rats in the sewer of a local tavern that seem to be plaguing those involved. Although when they went to go and check it out, they got some questionable looks. But they were promised in exchange for dealing with whatever this rat problem is, that this informant would give them information about where they could find the next piece of information Grimma needs, specific to how to kill gods, how to actually commit deicide. You went into the sewers in pursuit of rats. Things got dire, and I don't mean just dire rats. Boy, is that an AD&D joke. That you fell into a pit and fought a rat king, a giant pile of squirming mess, and it was nasty and gnarly. And eventually, you went through further into the sewers, found some talking rats, and were able to tail them through the sewers. Badum-tish. Finally reaching a like labyrinthine palace. It's like if a palace was designed to look like sewer tunnels or vice versa. And within there, you get rat tails of initiative. Jesus. Everyone start growing their hair out. You found a like dining hall where several people were assembled. I say people. One of them was like if a human's face morphed into a warthog and had tiny little like sparrow wings and a weird like corpusculate satyr body. That was just one of the many ridiculous people that you saw having dinner with, there's actually some art that I can show you, with the Shadow Empress, who is queen of all of these little rat folk that you have been chasing after. This lovely person. I'm realizing it's blue screening a little bit, but basically a giant rat with a smoking addiction. And over the course of that dinner, the newbies, Rift and Reaper included, as you were able to sort of like fall in line with another party that had gone there, you had a drink. You got your drink on, and you feel like maybe that drink could have been bad for you. You're not sure. Nothing's come of it yet. Thank goodness Matt took notes a year ago. But yeah, the party that you joined, turns out, was sent in there to assassinate, by way of an ancient device called a 7-demon jar, the Shadow Empress and all of her little demonic eldritch friends. The 7-demon jar exploded and entrapped everyone within. And you have been fighting your way through the rooms of the 7-demon jar, going one by one to face down the demonic entities within, along with the help of Vel, who you met originally as Lady Venna, Rory, a human soldier from Ashtel, which the other group has now been to, and Thok, a former knight of the Blue Flame. You have so far slain a Dragoloth in the forest. You have slain the Nalfeshni, that weird human warthog, fat satyr flying thing. And now we're going to catch up, because the last we saw of you was dealing with the Nalfeshni in this hedge maze. Things have happened since then, and we are going to rapid fire montage our way through them as you have progressed through the rooms of the jar.
Things have happened.
Things have happened. The first thing that happened is that as you investigated the maze, you found that the next sort of room you were able to access is actually like the back hallways, to sort of put it into some colloquial speak. It is the areas meant to control the various chambers. Through analyzing the pieces there, you were able to determine that not only are there more demons in here, each of the chambers is occupied, there were some non-demonic entities, or at least entities that were coming up questionable on the readouts. Vel, Rory, and Thok have stayed behind in the back hallways to help control them and send you information as you go. Rift and Reaper, you were sent into... Which area was this? You were sent into an area that looks... You actually saw it in the hedge maze of the gardens. You got sent into a mansion, a sprawling... tons of opulent rooms that all interconnected in strange ways. And in the course of exploration, you saw this unhinged, slavering, awful, like, rotted rat running down a hallway and chasing Fun. What is this rat demon chasing? Who do we see?
You see a tiefling who has large black ears that have scales on them, and a very also matching large tail chasing behind her with very iridescent black scales. She is currently in nunnery garb, which is all white and golden and has golden roses on it. And she is currently panicking at being chased by this horrifying rat thing.
You two, Rift and Reaper, see this, and what I would like to do is a combat ensues. We know that you are successful, but at what cost? So I would like even the three of you, Rift, Reaper, and Charisma, to describe how you are engaging this rat demon in combat, and then there will be some rolls to see what it costs you. So, let's start with the newbie, Charisma. What do you see two individuals in front of you that look maybe helpful? How are you fighting this rat demon?
I'm going to carefully move myself so that since they look more combat ready than I do, I'm going to get kind of behind them and just be like, oh, thank you for your assistance, and then pull out a gun and take a shot at the rat.
Pull out a gun.
I'm a gun nut, by the way.
And then I start blasting. Excellent. I would like for you to roll. Just give me a dexterity check with proficiency.
A what?
Dexterity check, but with proficiency. So dex +3.
Okay.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
19.
19. Excellent. And then Reaper, how are you fighting this thing?
I'm gonna pull out my harpoon gun.
Yes. I have a gun too.
Guns.
So not just that action, but I will say like, are you engaging this thing in close range? Are you trying to stay further away? Are like generally over the course of several rounds, how do you engage this thing in battle?
I think we would, at least Reaper would try to get it from far away as it's running forward until it's close enough, until it gets too close.
Okay. Then I will also have you make a dex check with proficiency.
14.
14. And then coming around to Rift, same question.
Rift is going to be using her shield to keep this thing away from the people that are trying to shoot at it. So she's just blocking and kind of defending and shoving the thing back as much as she can. So like, yeah, imagine like just big shoving blows to push it back.
Hell yeah. I will say that's an athletics check, so give me one of them.
Yes. Athletics. 13.
13. And then finally, all three of you, make Constitution saving throws. A quick note about Nimble. Nimble does not have the 6 saving throws that you're used to with 5e. It's a lot more like Pathfinder. It has the 3 saving throws of Strength, Dex, and Wisdom. Or maybe it calls it Will. I can't remember. Just random side note. What?
I got
13.
13.
I got a nat 20 for 22.
Oh shit. Okay. And then Bun, what'd you get? Charisma, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
A 5. That's okay.
No, it isn't.
This creature, as you are fighting it, you can see it like exhales almost like a breath weapon, but it's more just swirling around it, this constant miasma of poison smoke. Rift is bopping it in the face with the shield, pushing it back. You two are gunning it down, somewhat literally from a distance. You are able to defeat it, but over the course of all of that happening, so what I'm doing is I'm summing up your 2 rolls to see how good you were able to do and how much this costs you in terms of the resources that we would have spent in like a normal combat. So for for both Reaper and for both Charisma and Rift, you
would we have been long rested, or have we been moving?
You have been long rested. So go for Rift and
cool.
Reaper.
Just
Go ahead
I'm-
and click long rests.
Yeah, 'cause I'm hurt. I was like, don't hit me. I only have 20 hit points.
Don't hit me! So I actually rolled super low, so you're actually all going to take the same amount of losses. So it is 2 losses, and the way these can manifest, you can roll your hit dice and lose that many hit points to do 1 loss, or you could just mark a spell slot of that level off. So like, you could mark 2 first level spells off, you could mark 1 second level spell off, or you can like roll your hit dice twice and lose that many hit points. So you each suffer 2 losses.
Cool. I'm gonna do 1 of each.
Okay? So 1 level 1 spell slot, and then roll in that d10 to see how much damage you take.
3.
3 damage. Charisma
Yeah, I'll do
and Reaper.
1 spell slot. First level?
First level. Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so first level spell slot, and then 1 d8, I think, because you're cleric. So lose that many hit points. And then Charisma. What are you losing for your 2 losses?
You know, I'll go ahead and just go with 2 hit dice.
2 hit dice, which would be you're multi-class to hell. So I don't actually, maybe yours are all d8s, I think. So
Yeah, because I'm a bardlet.
I heard bardlet, and I
Me too.
Did you?
I'm just a little bard.
I'm a bardlet.
I'm a little bard.
A baby bard.
A baby bard.
I have half a
Oh,
little
both
bard.
7s. So I take
Holy
a
shit.
14.
14 damage. That thing did not like
I
getting
have this
shot
coming.
with a gun, so it was very angry. Amazing.
Might have been cursed.
I did not do a good job of defending these people.
You did a better job of defending Reaper. 'cause
Myself?
we rolled 3.
Oh, nice. Yeah, me too. It's
We're
because
not
we've been
this
fighting
person.
together. Yeah, we've been
Where's about
fighting
her?
together. Yeah, who's this person?
So
I'm gonna take their gun.
You could take their gun. They can't have that. That seems dangerous. In that vein, the combat has ended. You feel Reaper and Rift. You feel the familiar sense of like sort of this subconscious unlocking as this region of the 7 demon jar is now purged. It is cleansed. However, there is this new person here. So I want to give a little bit of a moment for you all to introduce yourselves in character.
I don't remember. I should have listened to an episode to remember what Rift's voice was.
How dare you? Hey,
I know, how
remember,
rude of me.
it's the mid-season writer's strike, recon, relaunch. Like, her voice is whatever it sounds like now.
Thank you both for coming in to save me. I very much appreciate it, even though I took a whole lot of damage. That rat was nipping at my ankles before you guys got in.
How did you get here?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I had a personal mission, and then I was sucked into the jar.
So you understand it's jar then?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Is
that's
this-
not too bad.
Is this the only place you've been so far?
No, I've been traveling.
Well, inside
Through
the
the
jar is
jar.
the only place.
Oh, you mean through the jar? Yes, this is the only place I've been in. I was like like a surprise character from a book, but that they're only in a specific chapter.
Well,
I think it's usually
We've been-
chapter 3.
yeah, it's about right. We have a way into the back areas of this place, so we can probably help you get through if you wanted to come with us.
Sure, I don't want to be alone after seeing some of the things that are here, so that sounds like a great idea. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, you could stay here. The thing that was running around is gone now. It's up to you.
But I still have work to do, so I'm happy to join along.
Work?
Yes. Gestures to nunnery garb.
I see. All right. Is there any, like, symbols or anything like that on them that I can pick up, please?
Yes, and
Go ahead and make perception checks.
No.
another net 20. 20.
I close my eyes and go, I'm going to try and imagine a symbol.
I'm gonna get a nat 1 at the worst
I got a
time.
4.
Amazing. So, would there be any symbols that they can pick up on? That Reaper at least would notice.
Yes,
Unless it's
there
like
is-
stapled to your forehead, then I
Yeah.
feel like even a 4 would get
A
it.
4 would get that if it's like, yeah.
Well, there's like, I think what Reaper might notice, there's like a little charm that's a symbol of Ool. And there's one that Rift is going to see is an even bigger charm that's like kind of like a little belt buckle that is also a symbol of Ool. Kind of resting out in the open.
If you'd like to make religion checks on Ool, you can.
Yes. That's better.
Let's
Damn it, -2.
22.
16.
22.
22. You both know that Ool is part of the Alban pantheon. They are all good aligned deities. Ool is very specifically, I can't remember if neutral good or chaotic good, but very specifically is into like mercy, forgiveness, and like basically the almost like too good, like the goody two shoes kind, where like even killing your enemies is kind of like a little bit to the side for Ool. Not that she does not recognize the need for self-defense and those things, but that basically like redemption paladins are hardcore in line with Ool, or peace clerics, those kinds of things.
So knowing that, I hardcore side-eye that gun.
And I will say, with the very high perception and the higher religion check, not only would you think, a gun, that's an extremely violent weapon for like a practitioner of Ool, you would notice that that thing is like, it's giving off creepy vibes. And like maybe that's like the jar like amplifying it, but if there was a reason for Charisma to have been yanked into this jar, being that she is like, she's tiefling, but she's not like a fiend properly, this gun might have been like tipping the scales to where the jar thought she was something worth capturing.
Interesting.
It's giving you just a little bit of the spooky ooky vibes looking at that thing. But you are able to, unless there's anything else you would like to do or say before moving on.
No. Would you like us to show you the way?
Yes, please.
You are able to rejoin Vel and the others in the back rooms, reconnoiter, and plan your next move. And Vel highlights to you that they've been analyzing the other cells left in this jar. And there are 2 that have other entities within. And so at a random chance, you pick one of them. And perhaps it's not a random chance, because as you're looking at the 2 choices, you can see that there are sort of like thematic, like the rooms are not called like cell 1, cell 2. They all have like thematic names. The one you just left was the mansion. The one that you are going to, you had the choice between the caves and the chapel. perhaps Rift biased the decision process a little bit, because Rift happens to remember that they spoke with their newfound patron recently. And you were told, when you find the place of worship, I can give you a gift, but you need to give me a gift. And so,
did I ask what the gift was?
you have
Cool.
not.
I mean, I'm happy
You did ask, and you got the idea. I
to
want
be patient.
No, I want, because I want you to know this, because I remember saying it and you gave me such a weird, like a what the fuckery look. So
Okay.
you got the answer. I want what I want of all of my followers. Proof. Give me something to talk with. It'll make sense when you're there.
All right. Well, easy peasy. I've got that in the back of my mind as we head towards where we're heading.
So you went into the chapel.
Yes.
And it was very quick that you heard the sounds of battle. Whip cracks and flames drew your attention to a room filled with twisted black onyx statues and a subtle purple-red light that cast the whole room into a panoply of twisting shadows. And you see, doing battle with this massive, horned, winged creature. Mark, would you like to describe your character?
Yes. There is this rather almost alarmingly tall, barbarian-esque looking female human with blonde curly hair that's pulled back into pigtails, just kind of to keep it out of the way. Fur and leather that's been haphazardly sewn together to kind of make armor. It's more held together by straps and belts than it is by the actual stitching. Just kind of hip-hoppeting and flipping over herself in a series of dodges and stabs with 2 daggers. And alarmingly green eyes, almost to the point where they are preternatural.
Very cool.
Chat was very funny for a moment there. You see these two locked in Mortal Kombat. And again, I would have all 4 of you now describe how you are approaching this fight. It's not like, on my turn, I do this, but like your approach to the fight. How are you doing this battle? And we'll start with the newbie again. Sorry.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sorry is just Spider-Man-esque quipping and stabbing. I am here for a good time, as well as to kick your ass.
Excellent. I will let you then, I'll give you a choice. You can either do a charisma check or an acrobatics check. I feel like both of those could apply.
Check.
Yeah, I thought it might be, but you know, I wanted to offer.
The charisma is okay, but...
The Riz is a side dish to the dex.
Half of her stuff doesn't make sense, but she's finding it amusing.
Yeah. So what'd you get for acrobatics?
That is 19 plus 7, so 26.
Oh shit, okay. Neat. Reaper, what are you doing? Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to use some support spells like Bless. To help the party.
Nice. So give me a wisdom check with proficiency. So basically whatever your like spell attack bonus would normally be, go ahead and give me one of them.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Man, I should have made the DCs higher. Y'all are crushing this. Charisma. What are you doing?
I mean, I've got a +9, so.
Yeah.
I think Charisma would also be in the kind of support spell, but using more of her bardic spells. So using like silvery barbs to kind of make
Nice.
them miss, but then people attack. in
Very
kind
cool.
of that area.
So give me, this will be the same thing, but with charisma instead. So whatever your bardic spellcasting ability modifier would be. And then plus proficiency. Okay. So charisma plus 3.
Oh, that's 11.
11. Not the worst. Yay, someone's using the lower end of the numbers. Maybe. You might roll bonkers on the next thing. Rift, how are you fighting in this?
Rift is first double checking that any of the things that are here is what my friend was asking about, so that I don't get rid of anything that is required. So I check in first.
Okay.
Depending on my reply, I use my Morning Star to smoosh.
You don't, what I'll say is you don't hear like, it's been very spotty, like the reception's bad or something with this patron, but give me a perception check. That'll be the skill check for this.
I got a 19 plus 1, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, this is gonna be for after the fight, but I'll give you the room description now because Rift, you're sort of like doing a quick look around.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid. I feel like if I've had that in the back of my head, this place I need to be on point.
Yes. The walls of this room, they're all these like oval, sort of like round, like torque-shaped rooms almost, with little platforms in the middle. You were in one, and you ran down the hallway into another one, and they seem to be mirrors of each other in terms of general shape, but within, the architecture and the design are completely different. These walls, as you look at them, they seem to have a pulse, that purple-red light glowing outwards from vein-like structures that crawl through the walls. On one half, there are these twisted, jagged lines, and the other half, there are these almost like perfect fractal-like geometries. The room is split in this thematic half and half, with the one side being this chaotic, organic, sharp side, and the other being a rigid, structured, but no less unsettling in its sort of like twisted perfection kind of way. When you look up, the roof is a single sculpture of a massive circular maw, its gullet ringed in countless rows of serrated teeth. There are 2 statues on the plinth at its center. One of them is this, like, they're both in the aesthetic of their relative side. One of them is this like geometric figure that looks almost like a construct, but even in statue form, there is a malevolent sentience to the eyes that gives you pause. The other looks like a skeleton draped in bloody shadow, its scythe-like fingers reaching out as if to welcome someone into a friendly embrace. You not only recognize this figure as the one you have seen in visions before, but you are now maybe seeing what it meant when it said give it something to speak with. Because the face feels like it should be smiling, but there is no lower jaw. You quickly take a look around the room and you're sort of like, okay, whatever we do, don't hit this statue, and you fly into battle. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
Another dirty 20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me too.
17.
I think my
Oh,
my
nat
dice
20.
is happy
Oh my
to be
God.
used after I've been using the tiny ones for so
Yep.
long.
Charisma, what is that total for the... Actually, it doesn't matter, sorry. Nat 20 plus something. You're all going to take the minimum, so you all take 2 levels of some sort of loss, be it hit points or spell levels. So again, like a 2nd level spell slot, you can mark that off and cover both, or you can mark off 2 first levels, or like a 1st level and a hit dice.
I'm gonna do the same thing as last time.
Cool.
I think I will too. Yeah.
As y'all are marking those off, you launch into battle with
I got
this...
hurt.
Whoops! With this fiend. It is not just a martial component. There is this flaming whip. There is also this like subtle enchantment going through all of your minds. It is trying to compel you to fight each other, to fight on its side. You are able, for the most part, to resist these temptations, to keep yourselves focused on the task at hand. And you do eventually slay this creature, leaving you to your own devices in this strange, eerie chapel.
You guys want to be best friends?
I'm trying to figure out what the heck my hit dice are.
I'm immediately going to the skeleton boy.
Your spoilers, your ranger ones will be D10 and your warlock ones will be D8. So whichever you'd like to burn.
We'll do D10s. Let's make it spicy.
Let's make it spicy. You're immediately going to the skeleton. So you approach this statue.
Yes, and I'm also scanning for a bottom jaw.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
14.
14, there's nothing that looks like a missing piece anywhere in here.
Yeah. The skull I have also doesn't have a jaw, does it?
No, but that one actually no, it does. It has gems like around its teeth. It has a lower jaw with like gemstones for teeth and gemstones for eyes.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm not entirely sure. This, I think. Is this what I'm after? And you guys hear me ask it out loud.
They must be communing.
I look around at all of you, and I'm guessing, is everyone looking at me? Hi! Hello! I'm Rift.
Are you real?
Yes. Yeah,
I just kind of walk up and like poke at you. Okay, that one's real. Walks to the next one. Okay.
While they're walking to the next one, I jostle in my back belt and I lift up the skull that's hanging from it and I pull it up to my face to maybe the connection is better up here.
You hear in your mind, if you are trying to commune with the entity that has been talking to you, I am not it.
Oh. I understand. My bad, dude.
A reliquary of information.
I did think so, but then I also was like, who else would be talking to me? Never mind.
It feels like years since we have spoken.
Would you like a friend?
I am not in need of any friends. I am in need of queries and further data.
Beautiful. I will get more for you. And I tuck that away.
Literally one of my favorite NPCs. It's just a fucking stupid.
Cool.
Stupid little librarian skull.
I thought he was the one that was talking to me.
Nope.
So then
You got two skele buddies.
I got two skele buddies. I go ahead and give this guy a hug. I think, and I do it, and I'm so uncomfortable as I do it. Like, this just looks like someone that does not do physical connection, like, often.
Mm-hmm.
And is trying to now do it with a skeleton.
Everyone sees Rift, like, get up on the platform and, like, just give this statue, like, a big, like, sort of tentative hug. And it's just very strange. Rift, you feel your whole front just get wet.
I don't like that. I'm gonna grow mold.
What do you do?
Moss. I'm gonna grow moss. Wait, I look.
It is just, it's like you fell in blood.
Am I still holding on to the skeleton?
I assume you've like backed up a little bit to where you're like on the platform, but like not there.
You know, if you stay damp like that, you're gonna catch a cold.
None of the other ones see blood.
None
you
of
just
us
see
see blood.
You just see Rift
Never
back
mind.
up and like look
Just-
at themselves.
Do you need a
Okay.
cleaning?
You can't see the blood.
I know, but she's just assuming if you're looking that maybe you found a stain or
Oh,
something on
okay.
you.
Yeah, I do, I think. Wait. And I'm gonna like, can I like flick it off? Like how much is it? Is it like dripping off of me or is
You
it like smeared
smear
on
it
me?
away and it smears like enough to where you can kind of see like the breastplate underneath, but the breastplate looks like jagged, ripped silver skin, and like as you smear it away, it just like bubbles out again, and you like flick it, and it's just like for a second it like hangs onto your fingers and like tries to mimic the look of this thing's like long fingers. As you sort of flick it, you see one of the fingers. There is a like noticeable seam to it, to where like maybe the finger could come off.
So, the finger on the skeleton.
Yes.
Or my finger.
The finger on the skeleton.
Okay.
It would have been way creepier the other way. Taking notes.
Yeah, that's what I was like, wait a second. Wait.
I will note, by the way, I forgot to mention this at the top. Thin the Veil's active, because this be spooky, y'all. It's spooky times.
Okay. All right. No, thanks, guys. What? No, I'm gonna. I don't know. I grab the finger.
And there is a heavy like noise as you pull out a dagger. The finger is like this last digit of the finger that curves around is a dagger.
Huh. Weird. Anyone else like puzzles? Is the hand of the sheath?
Mm-hmm. Like there's
a
it's like this going on the one hand where like the sheath is the first little nubbin bit of the finger. But it is just an exposed blade. It was sheathing the handle. So like you've taken it out blade first.
Okay. I understand. All right. Yoink. Is this what you meant? And I hold the weapon.
Can't do much talking if I don't have gums to flap.
Ah. Who did we just kill? Who did we kill in this fight?
It was this like pretty large, like clear, like demonic, fiendish looking creature. Had a whip, a long curved blade. Its body has started like sort of like roasting away and like disintegrating into ash as it hit the ground. So
Does it have bones?
Nope. I mean, it has bones, but they're bones like they're charred, and like when you go up and just like they just turn into ash immediately upon touching them.
I don't know if I could survive removing my own jaw.
One way to find out.
That would be pretty good proof. Is that what I feel? I feel like that's what it wants. And that's what I want to give it, but I don't know how to do that successfully.
You start with the point, and then
Does anyone have a jaw? Bottom jaw they're not using? Do you need yours? As I lift the reliquary.
I would prefer to stay intact. I do not know what would happen to the enchantment were I dismantled.
Alright, makes sense. Oh, guys,
what have the other three been up to while Rift's been having this?
Sorry,
this moment.
Just Christmas looking over at Reaper like, is your friend okay? Is this something that's normal for them?
I'm not sure. I haven't known her long.
Oh, okay. Sari is just literally sniffing around the room trying to find an exit, like, where's the next portal?
Okay. There's...
For sorry, this whole place smells of portal, but go ahead and give me either perception or survival.
We're gonna do that survival check. Oh, see, there you go. It's a 7. We're below the 10 line this time.
Nice.
Everything smells like portal. This is incorrect.
Not only does everything smell like portal, it sort of feels like there's no footsteps. There's no like smells of other things. It's just this like horrible empty space in here.
this is a. Sorry, this is a skeleton, but it's just a statue, right? It's not an actual skeleton.
It's not an actual skeleton, and when I say skeleton, I mean in terms of like physicality. It looks like if you made like a robe out of blood and it's sort of like stopped, it freeze framed and just stayed draped over like impossibly bony, skinny arms and legs and things. It's just this sort of like thin, like burnt skeleton looking thing.
Grim Reaper chic.
It's very Grim Reaper, but like twisted Grim Reaper, like Grim Reaper chibi-fied for a horror movie.
I'm like looking around the room.
But it's like very obviously a statue.
Yes.
Right.
And if you want, you can roll religion to see like what are these things? Who this is?
Who does this?
Who this? Another dirty 20.
Dirty 20? What'd you say, Charisma?
Oh no.
Fun. Are you there? Okay.
I know.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. I'm
You're-
still here. Son of a bitch.
There's.
That came
You're
in
back.
loud and clear.
Yeah.
Like only the cussing comes in
Okay.
clear. Here we go. I think you're back.
I got an 11.
11.
Got an 11.
I would say so for charisma. I'm gonna give you something you normally wouldn't have rolled high enough to get this, but because you are like a worshiper of Uhl, this is kind of in your wheelhouse in that like these guys are your worst enemies. These are the Allgrim, so they are the evil deities that are in reflection to the Alban. There is Salek, the Corruptor, that's the skeleton guy. There is Nyarthok, the Mad Perfection. That is the one that is the sort of like geometric construct looking one. He used to be an Alban and then was like, this world is broken. I need to fix it perfectly. And basically wants to like reorganize all of existence into like labeled boxes and put everything where it should be and sort of like OCD the entirety of the cosmos into its proper little boxes. But unfortunately doing that would probably result in the annihilation of most life. So it's like, it's a circuitous path towards good that winds up right back at evil. He's full horseshoe theory. And then the one that is the ceiling, that is Volkth, the destroyer dragon. That is basically the Zool come to eat everything. It is just a big hungry boy that wants to eat all of creation. Salek is known as, between the three of them, the least powerful in terms of raw ability, but the most dangerous in that Salek is the one that created the other two. Salek is a corruptor deity who thrives on making things bad. And I would say, Reaper, you know all of that, and you also know that the most devout, perhaps the most relevant bit of factoid I can give you, the most devout in Surface to Salek do remove their lower jaws as a proof of membership. Specifically, this is usually done by the removal of lower jaw such that it preserves the tongue.
Okay.
Oh.
You may not want to be messing with this. If it's asking you for something, it wants your jaw. And tongue.
Literally? Oh, figuratively.
Literally. No, literally. It's not a good entity.
I also concur with this information.
She's getting side eyes from everybody, so she's gonna like put the blade back into the finger.
Doesn't fit.
Okay.
You're trying to put it back in there, and it's just like brink, 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 brink.
I'm just gonna clatter it to the ground then. I just be like, sorry, mate. I'm too cute.
That's true.
Yeah, that's my livelihood. I'm not getting hired if I don't have a jaw. My thought is maybe the blood was like gonna save my jaw, but you said that if it's a regular thing for them not to have jaws, then that seems a bit too thing for me.
You're not
Sorry,
that
dude. I was 2 seconds from slicing my jaw off.
You don't know what's gonna happen. You have no idea.
I know, but I can't risk it. Rift can't risk it.
Make an omelet. You gotta crack some eggs.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to leave,
Yes.
sorry,
We have a way out, by the way.
you're sort of having to rely on the rest of the group to like get anywhere because you are out of your ranger depth.
She's
You-
happy to follow along. She's like, oh, we're going this way? Okay.
You get some information from Vel to like guide you through. You know that there are like the doorways here are like you have to use the right ones to get back to the back rooms, and they walk you through, and you see that like again it's a mirror of this room sort of architecturally, but it changes which pantheon, which gods you're looking at in each one. You walk through and do find a way out and back into the back rooms, leaving only one room left that has, in addition to its theoretically demonic occupant, something else.
Let's go.
Let's go! You go to the caves. I feel like I had a playlist for cave, maybe. No, I do not. Well, I'll do this. This will be good. You were immediately dropped in to a dark space. All four. But something teases at the edge of your perception. As your eyes adjust, your dark vision working, making lights for those who need it, you see all throughout the room bodies encased in silk and web.
I love a good spider.
And I will move us over to the map. Hopefully everyone can see their little tokens. I'm gonna zoom in here, do, because we haven't seen what these characters look like just yet. Oop, do I have that open? Yes, I do. Papow, zoomity zoom. Papow. And we're gonna go over to our new combat screen. Oh, look at that! Wah! So we can see here we've got Reaper, looking all cool and tough. We've got Sorry, looking so apologetic. Rift, still with lower jaw intact. How dare you? And Charisma.
How cute she is.
And you are in this cavernous space with just a bunch of bodies wrapped up in silken threads.
Oh, good. I love spiders.
That's good. I'm glad. Do any of them look fresh?
I mean, I can check them. And she just scampers away without saying anything else.
Okay.
So at least
I'll go
I've
check
got initiative.
also.
Go ahead and move yourself on the map. Where are you going?
Rift will walk up to these bad boys.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Oh,
You could make a survival check on that body that you are looking at.
absolutely. We are straight up just carving into it. Just, okay, are you alive in there?
Do we
I'm
have an
getting an
echo?
echo off of someone.
Can I just look up to see if there's a spider on the ceiling?
Sure. Make a perception check.
That is
Going
15.
to be... It's gonna be a 17.
15 and a 17. Charisma, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, dope.
Oh, I don't.
That's okay. I'm assuming you're getting enough light out that I'm not gonna police the lighting rules. I just wanted to get an idea for like how easily charisma could see anything if there was something to see. Doobly doobly doo.
I could have given you a torch if you wanted.
Pop this open. As you are opening that sort of like cocooned, like very much Frodo from after Shelob's lair, you open it, and it is your own face staring back out. It looks like you, the same age, but it looks like it's been in there for quite some time. It does not look...
Okay, I've been this age for a very long time.
Yeah, it does not look, by your definition, fresh. It looks like exsanguinated, pale, features very taut, like the skin almost like crispy with how dry it is inside of there.
Oh, that's really cool. Look. And then she will use disguise self and watch to see if it changes itself.
You use disguise self on yourself. You change. Are you changing yourself to look like someone completely different?
Yeah. Just random, random character generator face influence.
You do not change. But charisma, you are looking at the ceiling. You are looking around for any you are feeling that spidey sense and worried, like, feels like there could be something going on here. What's going on here? And you look above yourself. There's nothing, but as your eyes scan back down to the ground, you do see a shape looming behind. Sorry. And when I said that this monster was perfectly designed for our little group, I can think of no better thing to incite both gay panic and a run through of the Nimble rules than Spider Mommy. And you see just this hulking body. Nothing fresh, but you look fresh. And we're going to roll initiative using Nimble's version, which means roll with your wisdom modifier, not your dexterity modifier. And we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of a nimble combat. Pa-peow, pa-peow.
I lost the dice somewhere. Hold on.
So, wait, so our initiative is our
Plus wisdom.
modifier?
Yeah, plus wisdom.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is gonna get weird and wacky.
I rolled low. 10.
Okay, 10. Reaper, and then what did Charisma get?
8.
8. What did Rift get?
17.
17. What did Sari get?
How much do you hate me right now? 23.
23. I don't hate you at all. I needed someone to get actually higher so that we could see all of the 3 different versions of initiative.
Can't be surprised. So
cool. Dope. I was not going to give a surprise on this one, although Nimble does have surprise rules. I just didn't want to learn them because I was already learning so much. We
have the alert feat here.
Nice. So the way that initiative works in Nimble is that it is always heroes go and then monsters go when it makes narrative sense. It can go like team, or I can interleave them, or some monsters, like this one, go at certain times, and we will see. But you roll initiative to decide how many actions you get on your first turn. So Sari, since you rolled 20 plus, you are going to get all 3 of your actions on your first turn. Reaper and Rift, having rolled between 10 and 20, are going to get 2 actions. And Charisma, you've been caught a little bit off guard and been spooked by Monster Mommy, and you only get the 1 action on your first turn. So, what we'll do is we'll just go in simple to complex order for the first round, and y'all can always mix it up however you would like in further rounds. But Charisma, you get to go first. And as a reminder, you get 3 actions, just like Pathfinder 2e. You can use those actions to attack. You can attack as many times as you want, but attacks after the first one get a stack of disadvantage. In Nimble, it actually keeps track of how many advantages and disadvantages you have, and they stack to like cancel until you only have like 1 remaining. You can use varying amounts of actions to cast a spell. You can use an action to assess, meaning like make a knowledge check or a perception check to see if there's something you haven't noticed, or you can use an action to move. There are also reactions. We'll get to those when the monster starts doing some stuff.
I only have 1 action though.
You only have
currently.
1 action for this turn, correct? And being a spellcaster, that means for 5e, anything you could do as a bonus action or a reaction spell or a cantrip, you could do those as actions. If it's a leveled spell, it's 2 actions, unless it's an AoE, in which case it's 3 actions.
Okay. Then I think since Grimma got spooked by this, she's gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Nice. Amazing. So I am going to make a dexterity save, which is one of Queen Aranya Broodmother's good saves. So I have advantage on dex saves. The way that they do saves in Nimble, monsters don't have modifiers to their saves usually. Instead, they just either have advantage or disadvantage on them, or are just rolling straight. So I have no modifiers to this. I have no plus. I'm just rolling at advantage. The power of never going to give you up is with me. I rolled a 19 on that save.
Oh, then you have succeeded.
Ha-ha!
What was that a saving throw? Or sorry.
Dexterity.
Dex. Okay.
So a dexterity saving throw was at advantage. That is your 1 action. You pop off this quick burst of radiant light, and you just see her whole body like move in that creepy like spider moving too fast kind of way. We will then go Reaper or Rift. Whoever wants to go next can go.
Me, please.
That's fine.
Beautiful. I use all of my 3 actions, I'm guessing, to do an AoE spell, which is a bless. That counts?
That's not actually an AoE. I'd say that's 2 actions because that one's
Two
multiple
actions. Oh,
target.
okay, cool.
It's multiple target.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but not AoE.
Okay. How to interpret bless in Nimble, because you normally don't have attack rolls. So what I'll say is it works for saves. So you're gonna get the D4 on saves if that is ever relevant. For attack rolls, what I will say is let's have fun, because I really want crits to happen. You crit on like max -1. So
Ooh.
in Nimble, by the way,
Heck yeah.
the reason we're having to tweak bless a little bit, Nimble, you do not roll a D20 and like compare it to AC to see if you hit. The assumption is you always hit. You roll damage, and if you roll multiple dice, you pick one of them as the primary dice. If it rolls a 1, you missed. If it rolls anything else, you hit. And if it rolls the maximum value for that dice, so like an 8 on a D8, it's a crit. And you get to keep rolling the primary dice with exploding dice to see how much damage you do. So for this, for the bless,
top
it'll
2.
be like the top 2. So like a 5 and a 6 on the D6, a
Yes.
7 and an 8 on a D8. And that's what we'll do for bless.
Beautiful. Everyone, including myself, has blessed because I'm using a 2nd level spell slot.
Nice. Very, very cool. Let me get y'all your little angel wing modifiers. Whoop, I need to do the other screen. It's been a while since I've used the map. No,
Now
I'm
you
not
got
hiding you.
now you've got some extra bonuses for your turn.
Bless.
Thank you.
Hashtag blessed.
I also maybe can I bleh. Can I move? Is movement in that action pool, or is
Yes, movement is an action, so that would be your 3rd action.
cool? I will use that to move then, and I'm gonna come up with what was it? Sora?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
And I pull out my Morning Star, and I'm like, we got this.
Do you want to get all the way up into 5 feet on her?
Sure. Yes, I will. I'll be there, so then there's at least a 50-50 chance as to who they're gonna hit.
I like it. You are concentrating. By the way, concentration's different. It's not on every instance of damage because you are getting damaged a lot. It's only on a crit do you need to roll to keep concentration.
Heck yeah. That makes concentration a lot easier.
Yeah, much fewer dice rolls, especially when like damage is going to be happening a lot. Excellent. That is your 3 actions. We move over to Reaper.
I am gonna use blindness deafness on
Ooh,
this
okay.
monster and try to blind her.
Blind and being
that's it.
science.
Con save.
Yep. She does have advantage on those, but that's only going to be a 13.
That fails.
Alrighty. So you have stricken her, I'm assuming with blindness?
Yes.
Excellent. I am going to be using, so Nimble has a bunch of conditions, which by the way, it's very interesting. Nimble, most of the conditions do not do like player removal. Like you can keep doing things instead of like paralyzed, you have no turns. Most of the conditions are just debuffing you or like taking away actions, but you can still do stuff. She is
I like that a lot better.
blinded. Boop. And blinded is probably going to be pretty close. A blinded creature can't see. Attacks against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attacks miss on anything but a crit. So she cannot hit you except via a crit now, which is pretty good.
That's so good.
She gets a save at the end of her turns for that. Correct?
Yes.
I have already messed
yes.
up because I forgot how monster initiative works. She should have had 3 turns by now. She always goes after every one of your turns. So I'm just gonna do some stuff.
Okay.
You have one more action though, so I'll let you finish your turn.
Do I? I thought I had 2, and then a full spell is 2 actions.
You did. I'm
I think.
sorry, Reaper. I'm gonna take your movement back because you did not have 3 full actions. I'm messing up all over the place. So you're still back here because you only had 2 actions at the start because of how initiative works. So you got Bless off,
Yep.
and then Reaper, you did. Thank you for keeping me honest on that, Danny.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna fix the timelines, everyone. Now. Okay, now I'm going to do Queen Aranya's turn for after Charisma. I'm gonna use Impale, so I get to attack twice. And this would have been before the blinded. Oh gosh, and I crit! So she gets to roll 3d8, and that's an 8 on that first one. And okay, not exploding, but still 15, 22. So 25 points of nope, sorry, that was just the dice. 33 points of piercing damage to Sari.
Okay.
Now,
how does armor work?
so armor works like this. You can use, anyone has access to the following reactions. You can always, apologies for the paper noises, you can always defend, which uses your reaction to reduce the damage you take from a single attack by your armor value. So what is your armor value?
7.
So you could reduce this, what did I say was 33?
Yeah.
So you could reduce this 33 by 7 if you use defend. The other 3 options are interpose, which means you move to where an ally is within 10 feet and you become the target of what is getting after them. Opportunity attack. It's always a disadvantage, but remember you're rolling damage dice instead of d20s. So opportunity attack works the same way, basically. And then help. You can grant advantage to someone. It can sometimes require a check to work. It's sort of GM discretion, but in general works kind of the same way as 5e. And all of those, by the way, reactions, the way that they work is that they borrow actions from your next turn. So sorry, right now you're gonna have 3 actions on your turn. If you use defend right now, you'll only have 2.
Okay. So we will defend because otherwise I'm down.
You have that few hit points? Oh no.
I've got 38,
Oh no.
but we didn't go over hit points or anything like that, so I just took the base of whatever.
Oh, that's
They
true.
gave me.
Yeah. They're supposed to be the same across versions. So yeah, use your defend, and that is going to reduce it by, what'd you say?
7.
7. So that's going to be
26.
26. Yes, thank you. And then I did say attack twice. So here comes the second impale. I did not crit. 8. 2 plus another 8 is 21.
I'm down.
Okay. You are...
I'm coming.
I'm coming. You are down. You're still blessed though.
Yeah, because I didn't do any like HP rolls or anything like that. I just took whatever
The fixed
D&D
value
Beyond
is.
gave. Yeah.
Yep. Double check that it actually gave you fixed HP instead of like 1 per level or something like that, because D&D Beyond has been known to fuck up.
It can in fact be weird. Yeah, let me take a look.
How many levels of Ranger are you?
4.
4. And was that your first level? Your first level was in Ranger?
Mhm.
Okay, so 10 plus 18, 28, and then plus 10, so 38. So I think it's right. Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
That's just from the dice, though. You have no con modifier?
Take a look. No.
Okay. All right.
That'll do him.
You just squish.
That'll do it.
She is going to... This would be after Rift's turn, so not blinded yet. She's going to do a move and shoot web. She can move up to 40 feet. So, 5, and then, where do I go? 35 to right schmear. I'm gonna move there, and then, so move and shoot web. Do shoot web. Oh, did I move myself out of range? These stat blocks are easy to read, but I am sometimes a dumbass. No, perfect! Reaper's within range. Haha!
Yeah.
30 foot. Oh, okay, this is not a lot of damage. The impale's the main threat. Okay. Pow. That is going to be. I did not roll a 1, so I hit. I'm still not used to that. 13 points of bludgeoning damage from the web shot.
Ow.
It would normally daze you, but I'm not going to count that because it fucks up with time, and I'm technically taking all my turns out of order because I goofed. So, just that amount of damage, and then this would now be her post your turn, dealio. And what do we want to do while I'm blinded? That's not good. I'm going to... We'll do another move and shoot web. I'll go to... Why am I looking on that screen? Apologies. I'll move to right there. And there's only... Oh, you're out of range. So I will do this to Reaper. Sorry, Rift. But I am blinded. So I only hit on a crit. I did not hit. And then is blinded a save at the end of turn?
I believe so.
Okay. Nope. Without modifiers, I am doomed by the dice. So she is still blinded. We're all caught up. Everything has been restored. Snurry is up. Oh!
Yeah, at the end of each of the target's turns. Okay.
Yep. Snurry, we get to learn about the HP rules, because remember how I said that the game doesn't like to have you be like knocked out or removed from combat? The same applies to HP at 0. You are not out of this fight just yet, which is horrible because I just realized Mark stepped away. But the way that HP works is that when you're at 0, you gain dying and you increase your exhaustion level by 1. When you reach 6 exhaustion, you die. Exhaustion applies to -1 on all out of combat D20 rolls. So during combat, doesn't matter. Out of combat, your exhaustion level is going to penalize you. And the main thing is that dying. Oh, that's right. It's a condition. I have a little lookup table. Dying. When a hero drops to 0 hit points, they are a serious risk of death. Actions is limited to 1 per round. Concentration is broken and can't be maintained. And continuing to fight may further harm you. So attacking or casting a spell requires a save against gaining another level. If you take damage while dying, it increases by 2 levels. And taking a crit while dying increases by 3 levels. So Snurry, if you had wanted to, you could have actually attack of opportunity'd the queen. I don't know if you want to do that because
Who
it's gonna...
are you asking about?
Snurry.
I realize you're saying Snurry, but isn't it
Sorry. Yes, sorry. Sorry.
I was like, are we in Vengalia?
We're
Is
in
something happening
Vengalia
right now?
We're in
I was
Vengalia
like,
now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed all of that. What?
So, dying, you can still participate. You get one action on your turn.
Mhm.
You can't concentrate on anything. Doing stuff will give you more exhaustion unless what you can do is like healing yourself.
Yeah, how do we
Mhm.
fix this? Can we heal them?
Yeah, you can still heal. Yes.
Yeah, we're absolutely just gonna cure wounds ourselves.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's limited to 1 per round, so you can't cure wounds because it's a leveled
Can't cure
spell.
wounds.
It's
Okay.
2 actions.
That's well. If I can't do that, then I can do because it. So it's a level 1, but it's a reactionary spell. How does that work?
Ooh, yeah. What's that do?
That's hellish rebuke. Fuck you.
Amazing. Okay.
You hit me. Guess what?
Give me a con save real quick.
Yeah.
This one has a risk of gaining an exhaustion, but it's not guaranteed.
Let's see. That is a 13.
13, you're good. You do not gain exhaustion, and you're going to Hellish Rebuke her, so that's going to be a dexterity save on my end. Ugh, I rolled an
Yes.
18 before advantage, so I think I save, but still half damage.
Yes. Let's see. Okay, so crit. I rolled the wrong dice. Hold on. God damn it. These two.
So no criticals on the damage rolls for spells. Just
Okay.
add it up. But the advantage here is that when you use Saver Sucks or like save-based spells, it ignores any armor that she would have. So normally she's gonna be reducing a lot of damage that comes in. Save spells are gonna bypass that.
That's fine. So that was a 10, so she takes 5 on that.
5 damage. And she takes all of that 5 damage.
Mark that off.
Ow. Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn?
That was what, 1 action?
That was 1 action, but that's all you normally get when you're dying.
Okay, so yeah, that would be it.
Okay. And then, so that's Sari's turn, not Snurry.
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's me. It would be her turn, because she gets to go all the fucking time. She's gonna do another move and web, but again, because of the critting, she's just gonna move to like right here. And yeah, doesn't want Reaper or Rift to be able to like get into melee and mess with me. So I'm gonna try another one of those. Why am I rolling a d20? I don't get to roll a d20. I'm rolling. We're in Nimble land. I did not crit, so it does not hit because of the blinded. And then I roll to save on the blinded. Con save, she has advantage. No, 11 was the highest, so there's no way that beats Reaper's DC. So now we are back to PC turns. You all have your normal amount of actions, except for Sari, who's dying. But you can choose to go in any order that you want. So, who is up?
Are you a cleric? The gun makes me suspicious. I quickly turn.
Yes, I'm a cleric. I can
Beautiful.
handle.
Beautiful.
I'll handle curing our friend over there.
Yeah. Do.
So I guess Charisma's gonna go up first. And I'm gonna use one of my actions to move over to Sari.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think 2 actions to cast a level 3 Cure Wounds.
Nice. Very cool.
Nice.
So let's see. Okay, so let's get the dice roller. Why have... There we go. Alright. 19.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
And I believe that is all of my actions. I casted a level spell and everything.
Excellent. Oh no. Doobity. Okay. Lots gonna happen right now, because that was your turn. Sorry, you're no longer dying, which means you do get your full complement of actions minus the one you used for reaction. And then okay.
It's gonna be her turn.
Is going to be Queen Aranya's turn after some hypercube condensation, which is our current Thin the Veil event. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see who this is going to pick on. We'll roll some blue cheese by Raven and Riddle. No, we're not rolling. There it is. I'm gonna roll my blue cheese. 1, 2. Darn it, Danny. Where'd Danny go? So Reaper is going to have a thing happen. Remind me when Danny gets back, the Reaper, because I want them to roll this dice, because this dice is mean. Then Aranya's turn. Going to. God, I hate to keep doing the same thing over and over, but shooting web seems good because I'm blind and I don't want to like give y'all melee advantage and like I want to make you work to get in melee with me. So I'm gonna move. I move to there, and then nope. So I gotta move to there. It being only a 30-foot range is definitely a tricky little thing. So I don't want to target Danny. They're not there. Nope. Got it. Okay.
Making you work for that.
Making me work for it, man. Here we go, Reaper. Or Rift. Both fucking R names. Nope. Blinded. No crit, so it misses. And the saving throws are not in my favor. We're gonna retire Rickroll for just a little while. You're done for now.
Lovely.
Now it is the PC's turn. Rift, Reaper, or
Beautiful. I'm gonna say thanks for that 30 feet distance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come for a jog.
Uh-huh.
And smack at it with my Morning Star.
Yes, do the smackening.
So how do I just do the damage roll, yes? I grab the D8 and I roll this bad boy.
Yep. And if you had multiple dice, you'd pick one as the primary dice.
Yep. I got a 7 plus 3.
Which is
what I do?
Is that a D8?
It's a D8, so it's a crit because I'm blessed.
Because you're blessed, yes. Because we rolled blessed, so it's a crit. So just keep rolling it and keep adding it up for every 7 and 8 you get.
Okay. 3. So, and then do I add my modifier as well?
Thank you for reminding me. Because Queen Aranya is moderately armored, you do not. So the way that armor works is that it negates parts of the damage. For normally, all the damage goes through. For enemies with medium armor, no damage for modifiers, just the dice. If she were heavily armored, there'd be no damage for modifiers, and it would be half rounded up the damage from dice. The only way to get past that is with like save or suck spells or crits. Crits bypass armor. Oh, but this is a crit, so yes, add your modifier. Jesus Christ, there's too many rules. It's so nimble.
13 points of damage.
Nice.
I should have smited. It's okay.
It's not as, I will say, paladins kind of get a nerf here because it doesn't double all the dice, right? Just that primary dice keeps exploding. You could have smited and it would have added those d8s, but none of them are going to explode.
Yeah, that's fine. An attack is only one action.
Yep, so you could attack again.
I'm going to attack again.
It will just have one stack of disadvantage, which means you roll that d8 twice and take the lower.
Okay. If I use... Can I say that my guided strike, which is a +10 bonus, would negate that and give me advantage instead?
I like that. Yes. Good.
I'm not going to use it right now, but I just want that in the. I just wanted to see what that would do.
That's a good reimagining of what that ability should be. So yes, I'd say that guided strike would grant advantage for the purposes of like canceling stuff out.
Yeah. So I just got a 4 for that one.
Still hits. So just the 4 damage, no modifiers.
Just 4 damage. Yep.
Excellent. You've taken her out of triple digits. You're plinking away. And that is your 1 action to move, 2 actions to doing attacks. That is your turn. Is going to be her turn. She can feel you just like stabbing at her legs. But first, Danny's back. Danny, while you were away, the veil thinned. I'm going to need you to roll me a d3.
Yeah, okay. I forgot how to do that for a second. 3.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Uh-oh.
This jar's like strange extra dimensional space starts to like kind of like slant and sideways, and like the equations aren't working the way that they should. And Reaper, you are the victim of a horrible Bethesda glitch as your head just like rips off and is shunted 30 feet away. So you are still alive. Your like neck goes through 0-dimensional space and just pops up at a distance away. So you are looking at your body from where your head is and piloting it. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks since your frame of reference is wildly different.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Huh.
I
I blame Roberto's bulls for this right now.
blame Roberto's too.
Paladins need a turf. You need nerf. And you just nerfed me.
Paladins need no nerf. Paladins are amazing. How dare you? Excellent. We've caught up. It is now time for her turn.
Paladin, which is me.
No.
She is still blinded. No! Rift, come back! I'm hitting you! Well, maybe. I have to crit because of the blind. Nope. On the first one.
Okay.
And, if I was blessed, it would have. But no. And then I will roll my saving throw.
No bless for you.
No bless for you. Reaper, what is your DC? What am I trying to hit here?
17.
17. Woof. Okay, 17 with no mods. I have advantage, but Jesus. Nope. I cannot roll above a 10 on this saving throw. I am going to be blinded this entire fight, which is maybe good because she does a lot of damage. We are moving on. So, let's see. Sorry or Reaper, because y'all are just going in whatever order you would like. Sorry if you would like. Sorry or Reaper, who would like to go next?
Do you already have a plan? Because I just got back here.
Yes, I have a plan.
Okay, you go first.
Sorry, you go.
Okay, so fuck this person. First things first, we are hexing.
Okay. That is one action because it's a bonus action spell, so hexing. Boop boop.
Yep. And what was the
interesting. Sorry,
check on that's okay. What's the saving throw?
For what?
That is for blindness.
It doesn't debuff. It doesn't debuff saving throws. Just ability checks.
Ability checks.
Say PHB 2024 with your broken ass player abilities. Get out of here. No.
Let's see.
Sorry, I was nerding out at the idea of like you hex, which gives you a d6 for your damage dice, which means you can choose to roll a bigger dice or one that's more likely to crit, which is just very interesting from a dice mechanics perspective. Go on. I'm nerding.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and disadvantage her dex then.
Okay.
No dex for you.
No dex for me.
Which is followed by an Eldritch Blast, which is a cantrip, so it's another one.
So it's just another one. Yes, I love this.
And you're hexed, so guess what?
Yeah, would you like to roll? Which one is your primary, the D10 or the D6?
D6.
D6, okay. So roll, and the D6 shall decide your fate.
6.
Just explode the D6. The D10 is whatever the D10 is, but explode away.
4.
Incredible.
So that does not explode further. And then a 7, so 17.
17 points of damage. Amazing. You don't have agonizing blast, right?
No.
Okay.
No, we took other things.
Yep. No, I was just double checking because if you had, because you crit, you'd get to add the modifier.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay.
She's just like, no, thank you. I will say she does look very confused as these things start like flying out of her hands, but she just kind of like shrugs it off, like, yeah, that happens sometimes.
Amazing. Excellent. So that was 2 actions. That was the not the Hellish Rebuke Hex.
And I
then,
had done the reaction earlier.
And you did the reaction earlier, yes. So you had a debt to owe
That
on
was all
actions.
3.
Perfect. Yeah. By the way, if you'd like to think of it this way, you get your 3 actions at the end of your turn. So you're basically pulling reactions out of that action pool that you get at the end. So like your turn is done, you get your 3 actions. You can choose to spend them on reactions if you wanted to. It is her turn. I'm just gonna do some impalements again and see if I can't crit you. I crit you! Yes! That's an 8 on the D8, baby! And we keep rolling. I did not roll another one. So 25 points of piercing damage to Rift. And then second attack.
Can I defend?
You can defend. So, and you have a big, so here's where the strength classes shine. Because you are big, beefy muscle mommy and can actually hold big plate armor. What is your armor value?
14.
14, so you get to subtract 14 from that 25.
25, so 11 damage.
Yep. And then the second attack is not a crit, so it is gonna miss because of the blinded. And you could just hear her like, enough of this! And just like, eyes blare with this eldritch light. I missed on the part of her stat block that says Legendary Resistance 2, so I'm gonna be burning one of those to get rid of this awful blind! I wanna hit you!
Blind her again!
Blind her again, yeah, there's a solution to this, I'm aware. But for now, I shall have my fun. And that is going to be the end of her turn. I'm just double checking. After each hero's turn, choose one. I forgot about that. Okay. For future reference, the area within 30 feet of her is difficult terrain. She's basically like moving a bunch of webs around.
Is it rock?
It's not rock. It's she like constantly like spews webs out in an area around her, so it is very difficult to move. Did everyone go?
Is it rocks?
Is it rocks?
I've got no difficult terrain on rocks.
Earth Genasi, yeah. I was like, why is that the relevant question?
Danny needs to go.
Danny needs to go. Reaper, you are up.
How does Bane work here?
We're gonna just do the inverse. So on saving throws, it'll work normally. It'll be the -D4. And on attack rolls, it'll be a 1 or a 2 misses instead of just a 1.
Okay.
I do get that save, which she will hopefully pass.
You know what? I'm gonna use Ray of Enfeeblement.
Ooh! Attack roll or saving throw?
This is an attack roll.
Okay. So just roll the damage and pick one of the dice as your primary.
There is no damage.
Oh, there's no... What's happening? Oh, no.
A black beam of inverting energy springs from your finger towards a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against a target. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
Gotcha. Okay, so what I'll do is, because there's no damage to adjudicate the attack, I will call this a saving-based spell. Because it's basically like, can she resist being enfeebled?
Okay, that's another con save.
Yep. I rolled a 1, but then the other one was an 18. So I pass. Haha. And I'm now realizing why normally there's no proficiency modifier in Nimble, which would probably lower some of y'all's DCs and make it more capable. But this is fine. We're playing them as is. I didn't want y'all to be doing math. I wanted to do all the math. So hopefully that's working out. That was 2 actions for that spell. What would you like to do for third action? Reaper. Danny.
Mm,
I couldn't tell if.
yeah, sorry. So since that was only 2 actions, can I actually use a cantrip?
You can use a cantrip, yeah.
That's one?
Yep.
Okay.
So spellcasters
Toll the
get a
Dead.
little bit of a buff if you, depending. Toll the Dead. That is not going to be good for her because that's going to be a will save, which is not one of the ones that she has buffed. I still rolled a natural 20 though, thank you Raven and Riddle, so now I will not be taking any damage. Haha.
Damn it. Yeah, okay. Then she's fine with everything.
There is one more thing that happens as this sort of like weird dimensional distortion occurs. So Reaper, your head is now like bloop, like just like floating away from your body.
This is weird.
You also see dropping down from the ceiling, sort of suspended on a bit of spider thread. You see a new combatant enter the playing field.
Ooh.
It's Raz! Not in character, but
Ah,
a friend has returned from
yeah.
their long sojourn. You are still muted.
me!
It's you! Hello!
It's me! Hello! Hi! How's life?
You see, suspended from the ceiling on a little strand of spider silk, you see a drow. And would you like to describe this drow for us, Raz?
Hello. This drow is pretty petite, silvery hair that's kind of just hanging down and kind of dangling around with the web and stuff, probably getting stuck in it. So very, very average looking clothes that look a little bit on the I didn't really care what I put on frumpy side. There's a little like device in her ear. The expression on her face is just exhausted. Like, I've had a Trenta cold brew to keep me going today, and somehow I would still like to crawl into bed. And you just hear a shit, fuck! As she falls from the ceiling.
All I'll say is you could use one action to get out of that web, and then you've got 2 actions to do what you would like to do.
Glancing around at the people who are doing the fighting, how does Aranya look?
Aranya is not bloodied yet. And yes, bloodied
Okay.
is an actual thing in Nimble.
Okay. Am I thinking that these guys can beat her?
It's close right now. You're thinking that whichever side you join will likely be the one that wins out.
Okay.
Any nudge in any direction could be key in this moment.
Okay. Alright. Well, I free myself from the web, obviously, and then I find the biggest, toughest looking one. That's gonna be Rift. Big muscle mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to cast a message to make sure that she can hear me. I'd be like, I'm gonna need you to step up your game a little bit and give her a bardic inspiration.
Nice. Amazing. So message, one action for cantrip, and then I will say the second action is the bardic inspiration.
The
Bonus
bardic
actions
inspiration.
are part of the actions here. Amazing. What is your...
You hear back like, oh no.
No, go for it.
So you hear back like, huh? And then like she whispers, but like doesn't realize that the message is still going. She's just like, love a bit of tough love. Like, she like.
Amazing.
Poor Rift has so many people talking in her head.
It's a very busy group
Alright.
call.
Just another one. It's all good.
It's all good. It's just another voice. It's fine.
I love
It's
it.
totally fine.
So what I'll say for bardic inspiration, because normally it'd be contributing to attack rolls, right? I will say that you could choose one whenever you spend it. You can either have it go to the damage roll, and it just acts like a normal part of the damage roll, meaning that like you could count it as your primary dice, or it's not part of the damage roll, but it adds an advantage to the attack roll. So you can roll that damage die, that primary dice twice to go fishing for crits or misses or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds great.
Otherwise, if it's on a d20 roll, it works the exact same as normal.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's a D6.
D6. Dope.
D6.
Nice. Thank you.
Excellent. D6 to Rift
Flashing entrance.
from Pam.
From Pam.
Pam, the demonic assistant.
Pam?
Hello. I'm here to solve all of your personal assistant needs. But only if you pay me well.
And you
I love the back rooms.
you you see Aranya.
How dare you, you little whelp!
And she is going to, just because I think it's fun, I'm going to move so that this will trigger an attack of opportunity from Reaper. If you want to use it. Remember that you are borrowing from the actions you could do on your next turn.
Yes, which means that I'll only have one action left.
Do you only have two?
Because I defended.
That has reset since your last... Oh, you did defend.
Oh.
Yes, so you would only have one action left. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay, sounds good. So she's gonna move to there, and then is going to be a web attack. Ah, Pam. By the way, I love mundane names in fantasy. Rift, Reaper, Pam.
Pam! Name's Pam!
For a second, I thought I
How's it
missed
going?
because I thought that the Bane had gone, and I rolled a 2. But no, it's okay. I still do damage. So take 10 bludgeoning damage, Pam, and
Fuck!
and you are dazed, which means that you lose one action. So dazed is one of those things that can stack. So it's just subtracting an action from your next turn. As you are, there's just this web flings forward, wraps you up, and you are just. Alrighty.
Better be fucking worth it.
Everyone has gone, which means PCs. How do we want to do? Do we want to keep it simple and just go clockwise order? Because I know we're, or do we want to keep picking who goes next?
You can do clockwise, and then if somebody really has something they want to do first, just let them do that.
I like that. So if you have something that you really want to jump in and do it. Otherwise, we're just gonna do clockwise, and we'll go Rift.
Blindness.
Do you want to jump in and do blindness? Fucking ruin my day. No, I'm fucking. So Rift, you are up, unless somebody else wants to jump in.
I mean, really, I should have just smacked before because it wouldn't matter if I run and smack now. Anyway, I'm going to use one action to one action to move.
How long was that? How far of a move was that? 15 feet, so you're good. It took you all 30 feet to move that. I'm trying to remember that she makes rough terrain around her, so it is harder to get up on her. And it does matter because attacks of opportunity are always made at disadvantage. So saving that attack for on your turn was probably the right thing to do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is good to know. All right, then I will then smack. And do I have to pick smite? No, because it hits automatically, so it doesn't matter. So I can just do it straight away, right?
If you want to, yeah. I mean, the only reason you wouldn't smite is if you rolled like a 1 on the primary dice. But
Okay.
I leave it entirely up to you. If you want to declare it ahead of time, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. You'll let me take it back if I.
Yeah, I'll let you take it
Right.
back if you miss, because that's silly. You just have to pick which dice is your primary.
I got a 7 again, so I got an 8. Sorry, the D8 is going to be my primary.
Yep.
So that's a 7 plus another. Oh my god, I need to just pull out more D8s because otherwise I won't remember what numbers. Then a 2. But that's not a miss though, right?
2 is not a miss. Nope.
So,
it
does
doesn't-
the exploding dice matter? No. If you get a 1 on the exploding dice?
Nope. On the once it explodes, it's a crit, and you're just adding to the damage.
Cool.
And you do
And
get the
then-
bonus D8 for her being a fiend.
Oh, nice. So,
So you're-
is that extra 2 D8?
So level 1 smite would be 3 D8. because it's 2d8 for level 1, Divine
Yep.
Smite, and then plus a bonus d8 for Fiend.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I read only the 1d8 part. I wasn't actually reading I saw that 2d8 is above that, so let's roll that. BEA, beautiful. Alright, that is 8. 27, 28, 29, 30 points of damage.
Holy shit!
I bonk. I say thank you for the tough love over to Pam.
Did you use your
And I
bardic
get-
on that, or?
I did not, no.
Okay.
But I still. Do I have to use it straight away?
No. I was just double checking.
I know. I could have used it to re-roll one of the lower ones, though. Is that the case?
Nah, it would have added to the damage, or you could
Added
have
to
like
the damage.
either you take advantage or you add to the damage.
All right, cool. That's fine. I will leave it as is at that.
Okay. Amazing. Haley, thank you.
Rush one of her legs.
Perfectly timed. I was looking for a cliffhanger, and boy howdy, have you given me a cliffhanger. This is great. You deliver this huge searing strike with the Morning Star as it slams into her thorax, down into the abdomen, like popping with light as it smashes along her chitinous armor. As it does, avenge me! You just see these little like little white tiny things just like skittering out from the carapace that you just opened.
Give me a baby spider.
She is mega preggers, and I am now going to be adding. I'm not going to divvy them up as they would appear on the map, but I would like everyone to see that I will be adding this amount of spiders to the current combat. As just a deluge of just spiders empty out of her. You hear her voice ring around the cavern, and all of these nets start popping open as more spiders filter into the room to defend their brood mother. And we will continue being nimble
They're all
and
gonna
quick
be my babies.
and jumping over candlesticks when we see you after Gen Con. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to Tales Does Tales. Thank you to Raz for returning to Tales Does... What?
Thank you to Matt for hastily shoving me back in.
I will always shove you in anytime.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing somebody's ever said to me. I can't wait to flirt with you more, Matt. It's gonna be exciting.
We've missed our platonic flirtings. It's been horrible.
It's true. Yeah. Mhm.
Incredible. I hope you've enjoyed.
I'm very excited.
I hope you enjoyed this lovely little session of Grimma's Fist, returning to this story, returning to the Seven Demon Jar, seeing what our mercenary crew is back up to, our now bolstered by 3 mercenary crew. I hope you enjoyed our little foray into Nimble 5e. We will be coming back and doing more Nimble, not just this combat, but later combats. This whole Grimma's Fist arc will be using the Nimble TTRPG system. And yeah, that's all I have. That's good session, everybody. My brain is coming down off of a rules lawyering high of trying to remember everything that's rattling around in my brain. And we still got Gen Con this week, everybody. Woo!
You got this.
We're gonna be a little loopy. Join the Discord, check out our socials, follow along as we do all kinds of ridiculous things at Gen Con, and join our Patreon, where you can vote on what you'd like us to do next, because we're playing this game because of what y'all decided. And stick around for a raid. We will be raiding in just a moment. And until next time, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Goodbye,
Every
everybody.
day.
Every day. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Spider Mommy.
I'll take her babies.